are going to talk about, I would say, one of the most complicated conflicts in the modern world, Israeli-Arab conflict.
1948. The war broke out. My grandfather lived in Haifa, Israel. He owned big chunks of land, and when the war started, he and my grandmother decided, you know, we will lock the doors, we'll come back. My grandfather says, and he remembers the moment when my grandmother took the key and she put it in her small wallet. They locked the door, they remembered that, and they expected to come back within a few hours. They never did. They were internally displaced to Jenin, and they always dreamt of going back. My grandparents, they had 8 children. They all were always dreaming or telling the children that one day will come back, and they were living on this hope. My father didn't have that hope anymore, so he started a family in Jenin, and I always, as a child, always dreamed to go back there, but I never did. Thank you.
These are not our real stories. These are stories we chose to present, each person of another side. Well, Israel is considered to be a Western country. Considered to be. Actually, Western countries are very involved. Germany supplies submarines. The USA supply a lot of weapons, and they supply more than half of our security budget for many years now. Israel for itself, let's say government seniors or ministers, said through the years, and I'm referring the last years, that we need strong Israel, because otherwise the Arabs can't understand what they confront or what might happen to them. So we need a strong Israel.
In Syria, we're not like maybe Lebanon or Palestine, because we don't have direct contact with Israel. There is a common thought among activists in Syria since the Syrian civil war broke out 5 years ago. And this common thought is it lasted so long only because Israel wanted it to last so long. Just to make it short, as also Shahad mentioned before, I think most Arab states or governments used the narrative of Israel to, well, used fear of Israel to actually justify actions in their domestic issues. In Syria they used it a lot. They didn't use it directly, and I'm confident to say they didn't care actually what the people think. They tried to induce this factor of fear within the community. However, they didn't measure it, and they didn't care if people actually were afraid of it.
What about the things in the government, but all what is clear now, we have fascist government in Israel, and we have a stupid corruption government in Palestine too. And both of them are putting the fear, and for me I think, they don't want the two sides, the people who believe in peace, to at least find out something, talk about something, try to find a solution, because both of them have a hidden agenda, even the Palestinian being corruption. Thanks.
But I'm a little bit skeptical. I think that the countries in the region each country is occupied with its own problems. If we're talking about Syria with the civil war, if we're talking about Lebanon, that I think still doesn't have government, like for more than a year, or yeah, more than that. And obviously Israel has inner problems as well. So Palestinians, I think that's more complicated, and it's not possible to just say, wait, because Israel controls the borders, Israel controls the sea. From Gaza you can't go out or in, you can bring food unless, with good reasons by the way, unless Israel approves, because Hamas, which is the extreme organization, used it, part of the stuff that were imported in for terrorist activities. So Israel just banned importing everything. So it's hard to tell the Palestinians, wait until we solve the problems. So beside of like try to focus on each nation by itself and then to solve the regional conflict, I think that we should just remember that we're all humans.